what's going on? How you guys doing? You good? Yeah. I'm dressed like this because I just lost 10 pounds trying to show off. Have a sort of flat stomach for the first time in years. I'm excited. The first thing I did, it was like 2 months ago, the first thing I did when I lost all the weight, I went on Fashion Nova. I went on Fashion Nova. Do you guys know Fashion Nova? It's a famous, it's a famous hoe clothes retailer on the internet. Okay? And I went on a shopping spree. I went mad. I was like, get me those slutty clothes. I need them right now. I need them today. I got them 2-day shipping because I want to be a hoe in a hurry. Okay? 2-day shipping. Remember that because that's not what happened. All right? So 2 weeks passed. I still didn't get my clothes. I was like, what's going on? Sent an email to Fashion Nova. I was like, hey, I don't know if you forgot about me, but I need those tight jeans and those assless chaps. I need those yesterday, okay? I need those yesterday. They sent me back an email and it said, oh, we're very sorry. In 1 to 8 weeks, you will either get your clothing. That's what I wanted, that was good. A refund, okay, that would be good too. Store credit, or an AutoZone gift card. I was very upset. I still have not received those clothes, okay? And then I moved to New York around the same time from Boston. Do you guys like Boston? Yeah, I heard a no, I agree, all right? I agree with you. And I left like a very high-paying job as paralegal by day, comedian by night, to be basically poor in New York. So that's been pretty interesting. And I was the breadwinner of my relationship too. Like my husband, he worked, but I made the most money. And has anyone in here had sex while very, very poor? Have you done that before? Well, unemployed and poor. Have you done that? Anybody? Clap if you've done that. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to have sex while you're unemployed and broke. It is. Because the entire time, you're just thinking, instead of focusing on your climax, you're just thinking that sex is for good people with steady incomes. Right? It's not a good look. So I started doing some odd jobs now and again, and I did some background work. Did some background work for the new Batman movie. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. You should go see it. It's gonna be a mess. And I learned a lot about New York culture within the first month I lived here. It was pretty cool. I learned about, making movies, how films are made. You guys have an impressive city here. I also learned something very important. Rats can climb trees. I learned that. I learned that after working background. So I was walking down the street just at night, just minding my own business. I was really excited because I love Batman. I was like, I'm going to be in Batman. I'm going to be protester number 4,000. This is sick, all right? I was walking down the street. And then it was a beautiful fall day. I looked up and I saw some rats hanging out in a tree. I saw rats hanging out in trees, and the trees were naked. There were no fruits and berries up there. They weren't foraging. Because that was my first thought. I was like, oh, they're foraging. No, they're not. I made eye contact with one of the rats. I made eye contact with him. And he looked at me as if to say, yeah, I don't know why we're fucking up here either, okay? He was confused as well. And for a second, I was like, okay, I'm calm now. I'm very calm. We're just two different living beings hanging out on a fall night, just enjoying life. Then my new rat friend decided to jump down at me. Yeah, that was my face too. I passed out. And when I woke up, Rat Friend was holding my AutoZone gift card from Fashion Nova. The service is incredible. I got new brakes. I was very happy about that. It was exciting. I have to say, you guys have some very athletic rats here. I will say that. They're very athletic. In Boston, our rats are like real lazy. They just like eat by trash cans. That's all they do. They're real big. here you guys have some like slender, like doing gymnastics rats, which is really great. Like the other day at a stoplight, I saw a rat jump up into somebody's car. Yeah. Do you know they could do that? They could do that. They can do that. It jumped up into this guy's car, and he just ran out of his car. I was like, what? He's abandoning his car. And then I saw the rat come out with a switchblade. All right? This guy got carjacked by a rat. I know you're thinking, you're like, did you help? No, I did not help. This was like a Michael Jackson bad rat. I looked at him, and I was like, oh, who's bad? He's like, me, motherfucker. I was like, oh, shit. And then I ran away. No, I drove away. I had a car. All right. So as I mentioned before, I'm married. Any married people in here? Oh, no. I know, because marriage is just fine. It's just okay. That's the realest thing in the world. And I'm in an interracial relationship. Like the host, I'm in an interracial relationship. I married a white. I married a white. How does everybody feel about interracial relationships? How do you guys feel about it? No. All right. I'm on the fence about it. I'm on the fence. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because I married a white, but not only did I marry a white, I married a white from Connecticut. Exactly. Being married to a white from Connecticut, for those of you who don't know, it's like being married to the villain from any 80s movie. Okay? Just name an 80s movie. Blonde hair, popped collar, rich parents. Probably hates black people. I don't know. That's marriage. You figure it out. And I'm a Nigerian person. You guys like Nigerians in here? Get their emails. All right, cool. So I have a very regal, like strong African name. My full first name is Chukwu Nonye Round. It translates to Messiah. African. Right? Seriously, if you are a Nigerian person and you have a name like Sally, you are a fucking mistake. They were like, oh shit, there's a baby. Their name is Sue. No. Honestly, when my grandmother gets mad at me, she says, Imbra Nonye, which is Calabar in my language, for we should have named you Sally. Okay? It hurts. It hurts a lot. But my husband, the white from Connecticut, he has the whitest name you could possibly imagine.
Bob.
These are all very good. But I do have an uncle, Chad, Brad, and John. So that's wrong. That is wrong. They were all mistakes. They were. But my husband's name is Hunter. Right? That's not just a white name, it's a white activity. They don't even let black people name their kids that. You write it on the birth certificate, they come in and arrest the baby. That's all they do there. And Hunter's family, they're pretty nice to me. They do try and learn about me because I can tell I'm the first black person they've spoken to. So that's good. So last year they took me to Belize for Christmas. Has anybody been to Belize? I had to Google it. It's on the water. And so we did a lot of things. We did family activities like go on private snorkeling tours. Really rich white people shit, okay? All right, very, very rich white people shit. And while we were on this private snorkeling tour, I was the only one asked if I needed a life vest. Racism, right? I was very offended because I grew up with a pool. I know how to swim, and that pool was shaped like a cartoon duck. All right? So I looked that instructor in his face and I said, "Excuse me, sir, I don't need that. Get out of my face." I got into the water, and I immediately started to drown. I felt like Rose at the end of Titanic. But instead of floating on a door, I was floating on elderly white people trying to make it back. My in-laws, they love telling that story, so they told that story, I think it was around Father's Day. They went to my family's house. And my mother looked at me and she's just like, Nonye. I just taught you a dying language. Thank you so much.